Hi, friends. Welcome to A Kiss for Luck. I'm Steve Wolf,
I'm Chariss Wolf.
and we are here with our dear friend Mike Crutchfield. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing better than most today. I feel really good and anxious to give out this pick five.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. We last week, Mother Nature must not have liked your ticket, Mike, because all those turf races got rained out and taken off the turf, and it was a mess. It had a good structure, but it didn't come through. But I happened to hit the all turf pick three for $240. Not bad. We'll take it. And that worked out pretty well. Charisse's horse outran her odds. That horse, what was it, 20 to 1 morning line or something like that, and came up for third and didn't do too bad. Didn't do too bad.
And
So,
excuse me, Chris Wade gave me so much heck that night at the track about that horse. How could you give that horse out? No, that horse doesn't have a chance. Boom. So, hey,
Yeah,
didn't do bad.
yeah.
Didn't do bad at all. Yeah,
That
not
was a
bad.
three horse, right?
Yeah, I believe it was. I think
Yeah.
she gave out. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, well, what do you do? You
Hey, a
can't.
real quick congrats to Buddy Mike here today, nailing the early pick five at Gulfstream and Belmont.
Ah, congrats. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Nice way to start the weekend, off to get 1,400 and once you get something like that, you're thinking, man, maybe I should have played it twice to one for $54.
Yeah.
But everybody's a genius after the races have been run.
Yep.
Of course they are.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a friend that always used to tell us before the races, "Oh, watch out for that 5 horse is dangerous. That 6 horse is dangerous." Of course. So at the end of the race, if by chance that 20 to 1 happens to win, they can say, "See, I told you it was dangerous."
Yeah, yeah,
Didn't put his
yeah.
money on it, but it was dangerous.
Right,
So anyway.
right.
All right. Well, let's give out some picks here and get right into it. Mike, what are you giving out and what day?
Yeah, so I'm going to give out the late pick five at Belmont, which starts in the fifth race, and
For
it's a
what day?
96 for Friday,
For
Friday?
for
Okay.
Friday.
tomorrow. Yeah, for
Okay.
Friday, and and again, I think it's a $96 ticket, and like I like to tell everybody, you can either add some horses, take some out, whatever you feel, add your horse. Because sometimes those type things work. I know I add a lot of Steve's horses and sometimes Cherie's horses and just to my ticket just because I respect their handicapping. So so late pick five, it starts in the fifth race, and I'm going to use in the first leg, I'm going to use the one, two, three, four in the first leg. And I tell you what, the three and the four, I really do like a lot. I will play both of those horses to win. And I believe that, at fair odds of like 3 to 4 to 1, those two horses should be right there at the wire. And in
Okay.
the sixth race, I'm going to use four horses. I'm going to use the one, six, two, nine, with the nine being my first preference. It's a horse that's never put his feet on the turf, but has run some really fast races on the synthetic, and I like synthetic to turf. And at 4 or 5 to 1, I'm going to take a shot for that race for that horse, and he could actually um, and the horse's name is Discotheque too. I kind of like that too. So
Yeah.
uh, back in the day, I could really dance. Um, so I saw Discotheque, and I said I have to make sure I have that horse on my ticket. And in race seven, I'm going to use four horses again. I'm going to use the one, three, two, seven, with the three being my first preference, feasible. Going to use
Mm.
that horse at 5 to 1. I think that horse is really live in that spot. And
Mhm.
then in the eighth race, I think you have to use two horses. Obviously, Chad Brown's horse, the five, Alamara, and then the three, Tour Jet. And I'm going to play the number three, Tour Jet, to win, but I'm going to use both of those horses. And finally, to end the ticket, I'm going to use two horses in the ninth, which are the 4 and the 6, with my first preference being the 6, Lady de Oro. So again, $96 play. I think I think the horses are live. Should have a good shot of cashing this ticket.
All righty. Fantastic, sir. Wow, that looks like a really good play, and there's plenty of prices in there for you to catch. I think that looks really good. Yeah, I love that idea on that three horse in the eighth race that you gave out. You know, the tour jet, although it's I think in Spanish jete, which I don't know what it means. 4 years of Spanish, but I'm trying to think what
Yeah.
gente means. Somebody in the comments is going to put it down if they know, of course. But
Right.
anyway, I like that one too. Just toss out that last race in the mud, and it's right here with all of them. So, yeah,
Right.
that's fantastic play, Mike, and hopefully you can bring that baby home. Uh,
Yes.
Speaking of baby, hey baby, what do you got, Chariss?
Well, let me tell you. I'm going to go to Los Al. Oh, it's the most wonderful time of the year. We love Los Al Day meets 3 times a year. We're big Los Al people. We've raced many horses. We've had so much fun. And we're going to have a lot of winners this meet. Every weekend we have a table booked. So anyone who's out there, come by and say hi. I'm going to do tomorrow's early pick five, and I really like this ticket. So I may have to go to the bank and transfer into my FanDuel account. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'm going to start in the first
Logo.
race. Honestly, it bothers me not being able to single Mr. Baffert with the 6 horse. Hard to figure, but he's hard to figure. So I'm going to use 3 horses here begrudgingly. I'm going to use the 2 Grubauer. I'm going to use the 5 Jerry Spirit with Armando Ayuso, hotter than a pistol. And I am going to use JJ and hard to figure for Bob Baffert, although I would like to single, but I can't. Second race, I'm going to use the 3 morning line favorite at 2 to 1 magic account, and that is my single. In the third race, I'm going to use 2 horses. I'm leaving the morning line favorite. No, I'm not. I'm leaving the second choice out. I'm using the 8 Oscar Knight
Mhm.
for Hector Palma, and I'm using the 9 Aria's Ride, Ricardo Gonzalez. So we're 2 deep there. In the
Yep.
fourth race, I wanted to go all, but it jumped the ticket up too much. So what I did is I eliminated a few. I'm using 5 horses in the fourth leg.
Okay.
I'm using the 2 Shady Appeal, the 3 at a price, Little Brother Joey with Tiago on board. I'm using the 6 Idiot's Gold with Edgar Payeras, master of the Los Al Oval. And I'm
Yep.
going to use the 7 Zombo Bombo with Armando Ayuso.
Mm.
And so that will give us the fourth. The fifth race, I end it, oh, again, begrudgingly with a single, but I couldn't see anything other than the 6 horse.
Yep.
Angie's Tipsy. 6 horse. David Cohen is in town to ride, or is he setting up his tack here now? I don't know. If anyone knows, let me know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, number 6, Angie's Tipsy. It's a $15 pick five. Kind of a fun ticket for a Friday. So good luck if you decide to play it. I'm going to play it.
Yeah, why not, right? I saw David Cohen's name listed on the pick four that I did for Los Al on Saturday, and I thought that might have been a typo or something different there, but who knows? Maybe he's coming west.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Coming west.
Yeah, and Cherie, I'm going to play your ticket, and exactly, I'm going to play it, and I may add some things, but I'm going to play it like you gave it out here, and I may add some things, especially in the fifth race, but I'm going to play it just like that tomorrow.
Okay. Well, we'll be chatting. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yep,
Well,
yep.
my ticket is for Saturday, late pick four at Los Alamitos. This sequence will include the Bertrando. It's a $100,000 ungraded stakes race. And this is a big ticket. It's $112 because the late pick four and the pick fours at Los Alamitos daytime are $1. And
Hmm.
the only reason I would go $112 ticket on a pick four is if it is big track field for a dollar. And that really makes a big difference because you always seem to get value. This is a tough sequence because I've got the 2 to 5 morning line singled in this one. And I just don't see a way to get around it. And I'll explain that in a second. So we're going to start Saturday. Los Alamitos race six, late pick four, $1 increment. We are going to start this baby off. It's a 5.5 furlong race, 62.50, $6,250 are the claiming prices here. And it's also non-winners of two, lifetime. We've got the three Westport Captain, five Spiritist with our buddy Jerry Wallace as the trainer, the six at 12 to 1 Fly Zapper, and the eight Fast Service with Kimura on board, who I believe will probably be the favorite there. So we're going to go four deep to start it. And I'd like to go a little bit more, but you just can't go crazy on this pick four because if you get a couple of favorites with the big favorite, you're not going to get anything out of this. So we're just hoping for a couple of bombs to make this pay off. Seventh race, the second leg, is optional claiming 40. And I have the four. It is Quantum and Energy, they call it. I've got four, five, six, seven. Loving on the Run. Wish they all could be California girls. That's an homage to Brian Wilson. And then seven, Oveda's Hobby with JJ on board. I think all those horses should cover that race nicely, and maybe we get one of the prices out of those four. The eighth race is the Bertrando, $100,000 race. There are some pretty decent horses in here that might have a shot at beating the favorite, but I just don't see it happening. This horse is 2 for 2 at Los Alamitos in his career, and the name is Kings River Knight, 2 to 5 morning line. You just can't get around this horse. He has won 11 out of 18 times in his career. When he didn't win those, he says has 5 seconds. He is a Calbred ATM, is what he is. This guy prints money, and the owner is Integrity Thoroughbred Racing, and the Elwood Family Trust, I believe, is the second owner on him. Must absolutely be enjoying the heck out of this ride they're getting on this horse. This horse has won the Crystal Waters at Santa Anita the last 3 years in a row, and that is a turf race. But when you put this horse on the dirt at Los Alamitos twice, it's won twice by 2 lengths. So I'm singling the seven Kings River Knight. In the ninth race, I am spreading like crazy in this race because it's a claiming $6,250 race, mostly nighttime Los Alamitos horses and trainers, and I just cannot figure out who's going to win this race. So I am hoping it is my bomb of the bombs I picked. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9.
Ooh.
That's so lots of horses, but they're all very similar in a lot of ways. And the bombs in there are the four at 10 to 1, the seven at 6 to 1. We've got an 8 to 1 in there also in the eight horse. And all those horses figure in this race. So I would be shocked if we get the favorite home, which is probably going to be the nine Rose of Jericho that I've got to put in there. But we are taking a flyer on this $112 ticket, and we are going for it at
Hmm.
Los Alamitos on Saturday, late pick four, $1 increment. Yeehaw.
Got it. Got
There you
it.
go.
That's it. I've got one other play while I'm yapping here. Churchill Downs on Saturday in the seventh race. I kind of like a horse in here that is 15 to 1. The name is Mount Rundle. Now it is Michelle Nihe is the trainer. She's got a small barn, but she's 1 for 3 on this meet, so she's 33%. And one of the wins was this horse, Mount Rundle. Last time it went out, May 18th, this horse was 21 to 1 and it won. And I guess they just don't respect the horse because it's going back out again, has every reason to like this turf course and win again at 15 to 1. But what I'm going to do a trifecta box in that seventh race. I'm going to box the 3, the 6, and the 9. If you want to get a little sexy, maybe put the 10 in there. But I think you can get it covered with the 3, 6, and the 9 for a trifecta box at Churchill, seventh race. And I'm betting against the 7 Miranda Rights. And that's Mark Cassidy and Giroux. I don't particularly like that horse. So I'm going 3, 6, 9, and maybe a 10 to spice it up.
Hmm?
Got
Chariss.
it.
You're going against a horse named Miranda Rights?
Go figure. Go figure.
Really? How
You
many
know,
times? Let me ask you, my sweet husband, how many times have you read the Miranda Rights to someone, would you say, in your
probably
career?
probably 500 times. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Not
Did you know
bad.
it by heart, Steve? Did you know that
I
by
do.
heart? Yeah,
You better. You
yeah,
better know. You better know.
right.
They tweaked it a
Yeah.
little bit. I started in 91 and they tweaked it a little bit. They added one little caveat, one little line just to make sure that you people understood what you were saying because when they came up with these, it was the 60s and it was very
Right.
formal. And I mean, folks that you're arresting a lot of times that didn't necessarily get A plus in English. So what they did was made it a little simpler to explain, okay, you understand this, right? I mean, if
Mhm.
you're gonna tell somebody, do you understand your rights? You better make sure they understand their rights. So anyway, so they tweaked it a little bit, but hey,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
You know,
conservative 500. I probably more, but who's counting? All right,
yeah.
Cherise, what do you got?
Well, kind of interesting. First off, I want to give a shout out to our friends, Breeders' Legacy Ranch, Pete and Ev Perella. They
Yep.
are starting a quarter horse. This must be towards the end of their quarter horse breedings in the third race Saturday night at Los Alamitos. They bred and own number 8, Candy Covered Night. Lindolfo Diaz is training 2-1 morning line. Um, 2 workouts, decent workouts. I think that horse will hopefully win, but that was not my pick. But if there is a pick 3, which there isn't in the first 3 races, I would end with singling that horse. I'm going to go to the first race. I'm going to do, instead of a pick 4, I've been having better luck with daily doubles and pick 3s, rolling pick 3s. So I'm going to start in the first race and I'm going to use 2 horses. Of course, I'm going to use the 3 Tequila Logic. Angie Aquino. It's a filly by Stay Thirsty. I think this horse can do it. 10-1 morning line. There's our price. I'm also going to use the outside horse, Greg the Great, with our friend Edward Rojas Fernandez in the irons for Marcia Storts. So I'm going to use 3 and 6 in the first leg of the double. In the second race, I'm going to single Mike Castleman, who is getting very, very hot at Los Alamitos at night. Carver
Mhm.
Steak, number 5. Um, Caesar Franco on board, 7-2 morning line. Excuses, the last 2 races. If Caesar can get this horse out this time on top, get him out quick and clear, I think he takes it. So that will be a $5 double at Los Al first race, the 3 and the 6 with the 5 in the second leg. I love Pete's horse in the third race. So if you go pick 4, you use the 8. And then why not close out the pick 4 with my favorite, Allburger? Go all in the
Oh,
fourth race.
Love it.
I
wow.
have not added up the ticket, but I can. 9 times 1 times 1. Oh my gosh. It's an $18 ticket. I'm playing it.
Oh, sure.
You
Why
have to.
not? Right? And I love having the last leg of an exotic with the Allburger.
Don't we
Yes.
all?
That
Yeah,
Don't
way
we
you
all?
can. That way you can just go wait by the teller,
right.
right?
You
And I'm
sure
on
can.
my and I'm on my knees begging for the longest shot on the board.
Yeah. There you go. There
Yeah,
you go.
why not? Why
We
not?
we we had a big what was that was Los Alamitos that $243,000 pick 6 the other night. It was last weekend.
Do you know who
The
hit it?
the big race. Yeah, oh, I do know who hit it, but I was going to say the that gives you an idea of an Allberger in the last race. So there were 10 horses, and I believe five of them had single ticket payouts, $243,000,
Mhm.
and they had a couple of payouts of 100, 112 or something, and they had one payout to the favorite that had maybe four tickets alive or something like that. And the number one horse, our friends Enrique and Anna from EG High Desert Farms, and EG is Enrique's initials, and he well, wanted us to come out that night, and we just could not get
It was
out there.
Father's Day.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Father's Day, but he had a wonderful Father's Day, winning a million
Yes, he
dollar
did.
race.
And he
And
Wow.
told us Saturday at Los Alamitos, he says that he bought us a round of drinks. We were saluting him for his races Saturday night and of course the big race Sunday. And we were toasting. And Enrique says, I really like my horse in the big race tomorrow night. I said, that's all I need to hear. Thank you very much. But
yeah,
no,
What did he
I
go
did
off
not
at?
hit, it wasn't me that hit that pick six, Mike.
yeah,
Yeah.
he
What did he go off at? The
8 to
10 to 1.
1. Yeah,
oh
well, 10 to 1. It was 10 to 1 morning
oh
line. I think when he popped the gate, he was 8 to 1,
Okay.
and that
On
was
the
yeah,
rail.
wow.
Beautiful.
And yeah,
yeah.
word around the track is that the owner of the track had the ticket. So
Well, there you go.
There you go. Hey, you know
There you
what?
go.
As much as that man has given to horse racing,
Yeah, he deserves it.
hey, I mean, come on. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was very
Yeah.
happy when I heard that. But then again,
Yeah.
it's just something I heard and our good friend
yeah,
heard, and who knows? Maybe he did hit it.
Mm.
Yeah, he put in
Yeah.
like a $16,000 ticket.
yeah, that's what we heard
Wow.
too.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
big one.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
So,
I had the
yay,
first.
Doc.
It's funny because I don't play Los Al at night, and I had the first three. I had the five that won it at like 15 to 1 or whatever he was, and I had the
wow.
next race, and then I had the other five that just nose out, and then I went 0 for 3.
Oh,
Oh,
you had that price horse, that five
Yeah.
horse?
Yes.
Wow.
wow. Good for
Yes.
you.
Yeah,
Should have
but
called us, Mike.
it didn't amount to anything. I mean, I just played I think I played a $96 ticket, and just because it was that large carryover, and
Yeah, I
and
know.
you just never know.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
good for them. Fantastic. Have anything else for us, Mike, or any shout outs for anybody before we sign off here?
Well, just one other thing. In the first race at Belmont tomorrow, I think if you use the 1-2-4, you're gonna be. I think you're gonna be alive if you're playing any multi race wagers, and the four I really like at 8 to 1, and I think that horse is like got a good pattern that I like. It's called a Z pattern that actually the four and the five have that Z pattern that is common with first time starters, and they come back the second time and run a really big race. So again, in the first race at Belmont, if you use the 1-2-4, I think you're going to be in really good shape.
Hmm. Okay.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, who doesn't like an 8 to 1 shot, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, it's a little more of an abbreviated version of our normal routine here this week, but we're kind of in between some big races that are coming up. We've got the summer coming up. Obviously, Los Al is here for a few weeks, and then we're going to Del Mar, and
Yay.
then we're coming back to Oak Tree at Santa Anita. But during the summer, we've got some big races at Saratoga and some other tracks, and we're looking forward to handicapping those and giving you some advice on those. So that is it for us tonight, unless we have anything else, Chariss.
Good luck, everybody.
There you go.
Yes.
I'm
Fantastic.
playing, I'm playing Mike's and Steve's tickets. I don't know where I'm going to get the money for Mike's tickets, but I'll find it.
Yeah, I was the one that gave out that monster ticket.
Yeah.
I'll play his for 96 instead of mine for 112. I don't know. But you never know with scratches. But it does
Yep.
look like good weather in New York, and certainly it's good weather out here. So we're not going to have any issues like we had last week. So that's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Good
Yeah.
to
Good.
hear.
Yeah.
Mother Nature will
Well, and
cooperate.
Mike, we gotta when we get off the air, we gotta talk about dates for Del Mar for the three. Are you bringing Maureen?
I am gonna bring
Good.
her, and I just for Father's Day, my kids actually got me a flight. I'm going to Saratoga for the first time for for
Oh,
their big race.
wow.
What's the big race? The 3-year-old race that they have there.
Oh,
It's
the
The,
Travers?
the
no,
Travers. Yeah,
is it
Yeah.
Travers? Yes, Travers, of
yeah, the
course. Yeah.
Travers. Yeah. So my son and I are
Oh.
going to the Travers, and we're really excited about that.
Oh
So
Ah,
my
beautiful.
yeah.
gosh. Well, let us
Yeah.
know what weekend that is so we don't talk about Del Mar that weekend.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, and already been in touch with the Meg, and we'll get together like we always do when I'm in New York, and so I'm really excited to see him, and hopefully we can get in touch with Kendrick too, and just maybe spend a little bit of time
Hey,
together. So
maybe we can do the show when you're there
I
before.
would love that. Would
Yeah,
love that, and
that'd be
maybe
great.
maybe we can get Richie to do it as well because he loves doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So
he's so good
anyway,
at it too.
he really good, and just one of the best human beings, just salt of the earth,
Yeah.
Good
you
deal.
know, just,
Yeah.
yeah. So anyway,
Yeah,
All right.
definitely. All right.
Well, that is it for us this week at A Kiss for Luck. Good luck with your wagering over this weekend and take care.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck. Take care.